most outrageous murder weapon we have ever come across in a murder trial that captivated the country. A stiletto high heel, 5.5 inches high.
The question, though, here tonight, was that shoe used for self-defense or was it murder? It's what a jury has to decide in the case of a drunken lover's quarrel that got very out of control. So ABC's Ryan Smith tonight asking the question, was she dressed to kill?
A woman accused of killing a man with her stiletto heel.
Anna Trujillo is being held here.
And testimony is still going on.
Prosecutor Sarah Mickelson demonstrated to the jury.
About 10 puncture wounds to the head.
Houston has some crazy crime, and this is one of the craziest things that I think a lot of us have ever seen.
In a town infamous for women who kill in crimes of passion.
Andrea Pia Yates, guilty.
Clara L. Harris, guilty.
Susan Lucille Wright, guilty.
The proceedings in this Houston courtroom may have set a new standard for strangeness.
When you hear of someone dying, especially a brutal death, they're being shot, they're stabbed, but no one ever thinks there's going to be a stiletto heel in the middle of it, right?
Yes, who ever heard of assault by deadly footwear? The crime scene, a ritzy condo in this high-end high-rise, and the accused, a petite, soft-spoken mom looking at life in prison, telling her story to 2020.
It's very surreal. It feels like it happened to someone else and I'm just watching it.
Born in Mexico, Anna Trujillo came to America with dreams of making it big. Married twice, the mother of 2 young girls, she was a striking, vibrant young woman who was once the host of a community access show and called herself Anna Fox.
Thank you for joining me and enjoying ourselves.
The producer said I had a bubbly personality.
Is that who you are? That TV host with that bubbly personality?
Yes, I am, actually. I'm usually very optimistic. I love life. I love friends. And I just believe in being me.
But those big dreams jumped the track as she landed on the hard side of town. Jim Carroll met her at the Lawndale Hotel, where they both once lived.
What was she like? She laughed a lot. I mean, she was really cool. She just talked about spirituality and the pyramids and ghosts and the tarot.
She was a drifter, floating from job to job, wishing for the right things, attracted to the wrong people.
She brought several men to the hotel, and finally I started talking to her. I said, look, you know, we can't have none of that business going on here.
And how many men would you estimate this was?
4 to 6 men. One of them was the professor.
His name? Stefan Andersson, a naturalized citizen from Sweden who worked at the University of Houston as a medical researcher. Tell me about him.
Well, he was very charming. He had a beautiful young spirit. He was a professor, and that is really what attracted me.
How did he treat you in the beginning?
Oh, he was wonderful.
In the beginning, it was all so carefree. Here at the local taco shop, Bodegas, they were regulars, and his friend, Adam Benjamin, remembers the early days of their romance.
You can see Stefan right there.
So what was Stefan's taste in women?
Stefan liked attractive women in heels with nice legs, but he didn't have girlfriends or anything like that.
Why do you think he felt so connected to Anna?
She was a bad girl. It's the opposites attract.
Within weeks, she'd moved on up to his deluxe apartment in the sky. You wanted to marry him.
Yes.
He wanted to marry you.
Yes.
It wasn't all about love. It was also about sex, kinky sex. Trujillo claims her man had a thing for shoes, and she was happy to oblige. What did he want you to do?
He had a shoe fetish. He would like for me to kind of step on him.
Step on him?
Well, walk on him. He liked a little bit of pain.
But just months after they met, that happily ever after began to wear thin.
His drinking started concerning me. I didn't know what it was to be with, I say, an alcoholic.
He drank a lot, but he didn't seem to be an angry drunk. He seemed like a troubled and gentle soul.
A troubled soul who, according to Anna, had a hidden dark side.
He was super sweet and nice, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he would just turn into this other person. He would just start accusing me of things.
Like what?
Why did you leave me? How come you didn't take me with you?
What would you do when he did this?
I would not provoke him. I would just be quiet.
Did other people know about this side of him? Did other friends see him like this?
He hid it really well.
It was a warm spring evening when Anna and Stefan go out for a night at Club 5015. They share a bottle of wine, chased by a few shots of tequila. In this case, a combustible mix.
That place has live music on the weekends, and it gets really crowded, and it's a different crowd, and it's nice, and he liked it. He was feeling really good, and he was enjoying himself.
Anna is dressed to kill in her 5.5-inch blue velvet stilettos.
I had the huge high heels that he loved for me to wear.
It made you happy to buy the stiletto that he liked.
I had to be very careful because the shoes were so high.
Surveillance videos paint a portrait of a good time girl. Take a look as she flirts with a stranger at the bar, then does a sexy chair dance. At first, she and Stefan seem to be having a great night out, but by the time she is ready to leave, he is not.
I was going to leave early in the morning to go see my daughter. I wanted to leave, not stay out very long. He kept wanting to stay longer.
That decision to go home is the spark, she says, that will ignite a firestorm. Still, the last images captured at the nightclub show Stefan calm as he leaves the bar with Anna. Was he wasted by the time you got to the cab?
Yeah.
As the cab pulls up, Rosemary Gomez was at the wheel, accompanied by her husband, Reagan.
I was just taking the fare like I normally do.
As the couple approaches the cab, Reagan said Anna was loud and abusive.
She tells him, go get a cab, you know?
In Anna's version of the story, it's Stefan who was getting aggressive. You say he starts getting agitated.
I just remember him looking at me, angry.
Angry from Anna's point of view, but not from the front seat, where Reagan had some advice for the shy professor.
I said, are you a man or a mouse? Come on, dude. I said, what are you doing letting her talk to you like that?
It is past 2 in the morning when the taxi drops them off at Dr. Anderson's pad.
But you had a funny feeling that something was going to happen.
He squeezed my hand and he said, no, I'll be okay. And I told him, I said, I just have a feeling something's going to happen.
Look at these photos. Coming home from the bar, walking calmly to the elevator. It was the last time Andersson was seen alive, but Anna claims he was on the verge of a murderous rage.
All of a sudden, he just turns around and has a complete different look on him. Angry.
As the couple sets foot inside the apartment, her life was about to change irreversibly, and his about to end.
He starts to pull me. I still have my shoes on. So he grabs me by my hands. He bangs me against the wall. He kept saying that I was going to leave him and I wasn't coming back. He's screaming and yelling and ranting and just, I saw the way you were looking at those guys. When he threw me over the couch and I fell completely backwards and my head hit, I saw black.
Did you feel like your life was in danger at that point?
Yes.
In the darkness, she reaches for the only weapon she could find, one of those blue stilettos, and starts striking.
When I reach down to feel him and you feel blood in your hands, that is a horror of someone you love, and that I did it, that accidentally I did it. I didn't even know that he was bleeding. He wouldn't stop. Nothing is facing them. He's unstoppable.